Got Teresa from Unadilla. Hi, Teresa.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Go ahead with your question.
Yes. Me and my husband, we were in an 18-wheeler, and we were coming out of Barnesville on 341 South, and it was Tuesday, March the 15th, and the DOT, when we came around a curve, the DOT were down maybe 500 foot from us, and there was a flagman on the right of us, and by the time we looked up, it was pouring down rain. We didn't have time to stop. Mm-hmm. And we just, time we hit our brakes, we were gone, and we wrecked, and they had already had a wreck. And I was just wondering, where we stood, coming from that.
Okay.
Well, Teresa, you have a cause of action, I think, but it may or may not be against the DOT. A lot of times the people who are contracted with to set out those warning barriers, the barrels, and the advance warning to some work going on the highway are independent contractors. So you could have a cause of action against the independent contractor, or it may be against the DOT. But as Wendell pointed out earlier, if you have a cause of action for your damages being either the damage to the truck, or if you all were injured in the wreck, you would need to file what is called an ante litem notice within 1 year of the wreck in order to maintain a cause of action against the state of Georgia. So you want to get to a lawyer. When did you say it happened?
I think March 15th.
March 15th.
Of this year?
Mm.
She didn't say.
Was it this year, Teresa?
Hello? It's
Teresa,
March 15th.
Of this year, Teresa?
Of this year.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So you've got until March 15th of next year to file your ante litem notice. You have to do that in order to bring your cause of action against the state of Georgia. Now, you've got 2 years against the independent contractor. But, you should see a lawyer. I would suggest you do that immediately.
Carl, we handled a case several years ago that was almost that identical fact situation. In that particular case, they were closing the left lane. In fact, it was I-75 south of Macon. And one of our friends was the driver.
Right, following a truck. Who pulled out, seeing the barrier, and then the driver crashed right into it and rolled his vehicle.
Right. And they had set up a barrier right over a hill. I mean, just over the crest of a hill, similar to what the listener just described. They came over the hill, nothing they could do. He rolled his vehicle a couple of times. Fortunately, was not injured too badly, but it could have been a catastrophe out there.
Opinions expressed on Law Call are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of 13 WMAZ staff or management, nor any legal or judicial entity. The legal information supplied in this broadcast is general information only and is not intended to be legal advice for any given situation. Do not rely on broadcast information without consulting an attorney. Contingent attorney's fees refers only to those fees charged by the attorneys for legal services. Such fees are not permitted in all types of cases. Court costs and other additional expenses of legal action usually must be paid by the client.